Hello and welcome. This is my monthly favorites for February 2020. And I guess I'll just begin. So, one of my favorites, I'll talk about the decks that I used this month. How's about that? And then I'll just move along here. It's a little bit of a gong show here on my desk because I hit record and I figure I might as well start talking because if I wait till I'm organized, who knows when this video is going to be made. Anyway, here goes. So the tarot deck. So February did not go by as fast as January did, but it still went by pretty quick. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like January. January still felt like it was part of the holidays. February felt like the new year, ish, because now March really feels like the new year. February is like one of my favorite months. Probably my favorite month, and then I have other months that are also favorites, but it's probably my number one favorite month. It's the month I met my husband. It's the month we got married. We celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary yesterday, February 29th. And yes, we've heard all the jokes before. You only have to buy your wife a present every 5 years. 4 years, sorry, see, I got that mixed up. You only have to buy her a present every 4 years. You lucked out, la la la, all this stuff. Oh, that means you don't celebrate your anniversary? No. Listen, on a leap year, we celebrate the actual day. It's a bit of a big deal because usually it's a milestone It's a milestone because it's like, it's a multiple of 4, right? So we had our 20th anniversary yesterday. But every other year, we celebrate both the 28th and the 1st. So nobody's getting ripped off here. All right, I just figured I'd, put that out there. Okay, fine. So February is affectionately known in our house as anniversary month because it's the month we met and it's the month we got married. Okay. To the tarot deck. The tarot deck I used in February, as you may know from my previous recent videos, is the did I even bring? I did bring the box. The Influence of the Angels by Jody Boginski Barbesi. It's a gilded deck. It comes with a gold gilding. Oh my God, you must be exhausted hearing me say it. I modified it because it was a terrible gilding and now it's wonderful. It's buttery. These are portraits of people who there are portraits of people who actually existed in history. It's digital collage, not my favorite, but this one for the most part, and there's a few cards which I just make me like whatever, but you know what I mean? It's like no deck is perfect. For the most part, done really well, and I enjoyed this deck. I didn't do many full readings in February. It was a busy month, but I did at least do daily draws. I love this death card. And I hate this 8 of Cups card. So, you know what I mean? But for the most part, this was a hit. I really enjoyed using this deck. It is a deck that the guidebook is invaluable because it gives you a bio. You get a nice quick bio of the person featured in the card, the portrait of the person featured in the card, and how it applies to the meaning of the tarot card. And it's a lovely deck. I really enjoyed it. I'm a little sad about putting it away. It has a nice, I think this is US Games. I don't understand why US Games can't be consistent. Well, no, I'm not going to hate on US Games because if I have to hate on someone, it would be Llewellyn because they are inconsistent with their card stock and quality, whatever. But this is beautiful quality. I know some people don't like the glossy cards, but these have a really nice heft, and they shuffle real well, and they slide, and they're not too slippery. Really, really nice deck. I love the backs. With 2-part box, which I think another US Games deck that has a two-part box is Tarot the Golden Wheel, which regrettably did not work out for me, but I did pass it on to my daughter. All right, so love this deck. Used it all of February for my daily draws. and questions and stuff like that, and it just performed beautifully, and it played really nicely with, or rather the oracle decks that I've worked alongside this tarot deck played very nice together. At the first half of the month, the oracle deck that I paired with this tarot, sorry, it's a bit of a pile here, trying not to cause an avalanche, was this one, the Angel Oracle by Ambika Wouters. This is an oracle deck that is still available. I'm pretty sure I saw it on Amazon. Mine is like pretty beat up, because mine is 20-something years old, and I don't know, maybe I was thinking of trimming it, but I can't, because the edges are the borders are not even on the back, like don't match the back, so the backs will be all like weird looking. And also I'm less likely, or no, I am not likely, not even less likely, I am not likely to modify an old deck unless it wasn't mine, unless I got it secondhand. Then in that case, I'm likely to modify it if I don't like it. But I have this. This was mine. I purchased it 25 years ago, and I'm not going to modify it. It's beat up. It's loved. This is what the cards look like. I've mentioned it before. You have some modern 1970s, and I say modern 1970s because when you look at it, it looks like Byzantine art meets the 70s, and I freaking love it. So I paired this one with my Influence of the Angels Tarot for the first half of February. Then I thought, I want to haul out my other angel deck. These are the only two angel oracle decks that I own, because they're kind of angel oracle deck. Like, because I have these two, I don't feel like I need any other ones. These two fill all my needs. And this is what the box looks like. This one cost a freaking fortune. 25 years ago, I paid $50 for this one. And it's Angel Blessings. Now, $50. Like that was a lot of money 25 years ago. It's a lot of money today. Could you imagine? It's like, now I like, a deck like this one would cost $50 today. So, think about that. It's 25 years ago. Anyway, solid box. I think it's actually made of, I think it's wood. It's not cardboard. On the with this nice paper, like sticker or whatever over it. It's really well made. It's beautiful. The cards. Oh my God, the card stock. When you think about how long ago I bought this, this one rivals the best card stock of today. Matte. Backs totally match what the cards are about. The borders are not obtrusive at all. Beautiful matte cardstock. I think I said that already. With that, it's a nice finish. It's not rose petal finish, but it's pretty darn close. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is taken from pre-existing classical art. The creator of this is Kimberly Maroney. This sadly is out of print. I don't. I know it's out of print. I don't know if there's any still kicking around in the secondary market. But if you have an opportunity to obtain this and you like angel cards, these are the guidebook is written. Like if you're anti-Christian or something like that, then this is not for you. Like if you're triggered by anything that's Christian, this is not the deck for you. But if you're okay with it, then it's beautiful. It's It's absolutely beautiful. I cannot recommend it enough. Again, if you could get your hot little hands on it, do so. It's totally worth it. I think there's, I want to say there's 40 cards in this deck. Look at this. This is taken from these are taken from real paintings. And the images taken from real paintings have not been altered with collage at all. Which, again, is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, so February was Angel Month at in Rue's Kitchen because of the decks that I used, and I've had them both for 25 years, and again, the only angel oracles that I own. Yeah, I think if I had any other ones, I got rid of them. Anyway, so what's next? Oh, so those. Here's our 2 decks that I worked with this month because I'm trying to. Oh no, there's 3 decks here. I have 3 decks that I worked with this month, in order to try to build a relationship with. And I don't know. It's not love. I don't think it's, and I can't even tell you why. Maybe, well, I can describe why, but I don't understand. The first one is the Animal Kin Oracle by Sarah Wilder. So the history of this was an independently produced deck that then got picked up by Hay House. It's beautiful. Hold on, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at the backs on these cards. I don't know. On the back of the box, these are 60. It's a 65 card deck, which is a nice, good size for an oracle deck, right? Tapping into the energies of different animals is a beautiful and gentle way to get back in tune with nature and to reignite our passion, curiosity, and intuitive abilities. The Animal Kin Oracle is a 65 card deck of unique watercolor animal portraits where each animal is linked to an element: earth, fire, water, air, or spirit, with word or mantra association. The comprehensive guidebook enclosed provides further guidance on each animal's special visceral message. I don't know. I don't think it's the guidebook that put me off, because I usually use the cards first and then go check out the guidebook. And I don't know. So this is what the guidebook looks like. And I got this in a trade. And I was really keen. Like, I wanted to, I was curious about this deck. It sat on my wish list for a while. When I work with this deck, I can't say that the cards that come out aren't apropos. I can't say that, that it's not on point. I also can't say that I love the artwork, which is, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it that I can't say that I love it. But even though the card that comes up to round up a reading, or I didn't do any extensive readings, but you know what I mean? Card of the day, playing with the card, asking questions, playing with the cards, asking questions, see how they play, right? How they, how they communicate. Something about this deck falls flat for me, and I don't know what it is, and it bugs me. It bugs me because I look at it objectively. It's beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, objectively. Maybe it's not my aesthetic. Maybe that's what it is. I love the mix of animals. I I don't disagree with a lot of the keywords attributed to these animals. Or rather, I agree with a lot of the keywords attributed to these animals. But there's something about it. It's not love. It's like there's no chemistry. It's like this is a really nice person, but there's no chemistry there. This is how this deck feels. It's gonna go on that shelf where these kind of decks live, because I'm going to maybe want to revisit it one more time before passing it along. But yeah. So sadly, it's not love. Should I do an oracle or a tarot deck? Let's do another oracle. This is another oracle. It is wildly popular. Beautifully made. Beautiful cards. Look, I even spent time I even edged it in the colors to match the backs. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful cards. I love this Jesus card. I don't have a problem with Jesus in my cards. But anyway. This too. Not as much as, like, Animal Kin Oracle really falls flat. Really falls flat for me. Even though I appreciate how, objectively I appreciate how beautiful it is. This one too, it's not, I don't get excited to reach for it. When I do pull a card, it's hit or miss. And I think that's probably it. Like, it's hit or miss for me when I pull a card, or draw a card, whatever language you like to use. It's almost like it doesn't, I feel that the way this deck communicates with me, it doesn't know me. The messages it's giving me, it's like it's not listening to me, or it doesn't know me, or it thinks it knows me. It's like it's a person that it's like someone that you who, the way they talk to you, it's like, dude, do you not know me? That's how this one feels. Which is too bad, because again, a wildly popular deck. And the artwork, beautiful. The archetypes, I don't know what to say. I'm almost a little embarrassed that we're not connecting. But anyway. And lastly is a tarot deck that I've mentioned before since I got it, wildly popular. Everybody loves this deck. Me, I can recognize that the artwork is outstanding. I can recognize, mine is actually a pretty decent copy. In terms of, like, I have no complaints of the cardstock or anything like that. Of course, it's not independently produced fancy cardstock or anything like that, but for mass produced, it's quite nice. Look at this. There's a whole backstory about the edging of this deck. You know what I mean? Like, I've spent a lot of time with this deck, and I don't know if it's because the people in the deck are and aren't people that I know, and the ones they remind me of are probably, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Look at this beautiful card, sun card. I love that the swords all have crows or ravens or a cross between the two, because they're not distinctly crows nor are they distinctly ravens, except for maybe if I think there's one card where I could distinctly see which one it is. I share love for this card like everyone else who's shown it. And yet, this deck, as a tarot, falls. When I try to read it, it just falls flat. Makes me sad. So this one, so I don't know. Maybe these three, maybe those two oracle decks and this tarot will go on the shelf to be revisited later. Maybe I'll just move them along, pass them along, because there's no point in keeping something that someone else could be enjoying. All right, 20 minutes in, and I still have quite a few things to talk about. Another deck I've been working with this month is, I made a bag for it. It doesn't translate. I don't think it's going to translate, but this is actually a purple. It's, this is purple. This kind of looks like the way it does in real life, but this is actually like a dusty gray purple, which perfectly matches this deck. The Scarlett Johansson Tarot is what I called it. Hidden Realm. Tarot of the Hidden Realm. So, in February, I worked at this deck, and I can't remember, I think it was mid-month, I understood it. I finally understood this deck. Because it's people, like there's, you know, it's faces and expressions and stuff like that. I think I did a 3-card reading in the middle of the month where suddenly it was clear to me what this deck is about. And this deck is a mirror. This deck talks about you or me, or you know what I mean? Like when I read from this, it's not talking about situations. It's not talking about, it's talking to me about me. It's a mirror. And when I understood that, then I really, really appreciated. I really, really grew to appreciate this deck very, very much. And I understand the messages that it's giving. So I'm glad I gave it a chance. I find it funny because it is Fae, right? It is that it was coincidental that this realization or this revelation came to pass after I made it a bag. So who knows? Maybe the spirits that communicate, the Fae spirits that communicate through this deck are appreciative of their new home. Maybe that had something to do with it. But yeah, I have a newfound appreciation for this deck, and I will be keeping it and will be working with it. And lastly, for like, you know, what I've been working with, this one is not that I've been working with, but I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous video in February, but Black Moon Astrology cards, I did a modification. This was a deck modification I did in February, and I don't know if I shared it or not. I probably did, so I'll go, I apologize if this is, if I'm repeating myself. But these are the backs, and I just removed the borders. And removing the borders totally elevates the, you know, the aesthetic appeal of this deck to like beyond. Like those beige borders were like not doing this deck any favors. It was really detracting from the energy of this deck. This just releases the artwork, and you totally get the energy of each card and the artwork related to the planet, the house, the sign, etc. And I did a multicolor edging on these cards to match the main color on the front of the card. So that was Black Moon Astrology cards. I haven't worked with them yet in any real capacity, but I just wanted to share that deck modification because I wasn't sure if I did already, and that was a February thing. The only book I've really been, oh no, that's not true. I'm still listening to Sandra Ingerman on audiobook, on Audible. And her books are about shamanism and shamanistic practice. And I've been enjoying this one, Seth Speaks, and this is a book from early 1970s. I'm really enjoying this throwback to early 1970s metaphysical literature. Yeah. Okay. What else can I tell you? The like, you know, candles and incense. So I haven't had much time to, like, you know, spend time, and, you know, my altar is like whatever. My altar needs an overhaul, which I'm going to do for spring. Like all my altar spaces, my sacred spaces, they need a little bit of a zhuzhing, right? It's that time of year. But when I want to create sacred space to do either a reading, or, like, you know, the readings I have been doing this month, or quick and dirty spell work and stuff like that, I've been enjoying these guys. These are sold at Dollar Tree. They're in Canada. It's $1.25 instead of $1 per. There's 8 tea lights in them. They're nothing special, but the fragrance has a, you know, fragrances are nice. They have a little bit of throw. They burn clean, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. I've been using these because the normal tea lights, the ones I normally use, are like burn for 4 hours. I think these only burn for 2. So if I'm not going to be, that way I don't have to blow them out, and then I don't like tea lights that are half burnt and then you relight them, because they never relight okay. Well, they rarely do. And the incense that I'm enjoying, I enjoyed in February, is an incense, the hell? Incense by, right? Like, sometimes, oh my God. It's terrible. Incense by Ham Forest. And this one you have to open a window, because, oh my gosh, it's strong, but it's really nice. It really does bring in that that energy of the forest, and I really enjoy it. And that's what you want, right? You want it has to tap into here. Doesn't matter what's in the box, as long as what's in the box taps into here, right? Anyway, so those are my consumables that I enjoyed in February. Finally, so a little preview of what I'm going to be using in March. After spending February with the angels, I think I'm ready to get back, to come back down to earth, to yeah, literally to come back to earth, come down to earth. Oh my God, I've been talking a lot. Anyway, and the tarot deck I'm going to be using is, I love this one. Thank you so much, Texas Rose. It's my copy of the Greenwood Tarot. I'm really looking forward to working with these. I love the energy of this deck. The only thing is, tell me in the comments down below, do you have the oracle that was the oracle that was illustrated by Cheska Potter? If you do, what do you do you have the Greenwood Tarot? Do you like the way they play together? I know it's the same art, like, you know, it's the same artist and all that. I just can't decide if I can't decide on that oracle deck. I think it's because what I've seen online, I can't make a decision on it. It's like it's not enough information. So tell me, what do you think? Do you have both? Do they work well together? Or do you have both, and do you like that oracle? How does it, you know, what kind of oracle is it? Like, what kind is it, you know what I'm asking? Help. I'm asking for a review. If you've done a review, if you have a video, like, in your back catalog, and you've done a review of that oracle, I think it's called the Celtic Shaman Pack. Please post a link below to direct me to watch your video. If this gives you the idea to make a video, let me know. I'll come watch it. But yeah, I really look forward to working with this energy in March. And like I started thinking about it in February, like mid-February. I was already thinking about this is what I wanted to work with. And the Oracle deck, and of course coincidentally also sent to me by Texas Rose, that I'm going to be working with, is my my Roots and Wings Pocket Oracle. Just because I'm dying to work with it, and I think it's going to be really cute to work with beside my Greenwood Tarot. These are freaking adorable. And I talked about it in a previous video, how it's an abridged version of the full-size deck, where it's only 40 cards, but the 40 cards that are in this deck are just spot on, like beautiful, like really well picked out, really well curated, really well edited is what I said. So yeah, I'm looking forward to working with this. And I went with energy versus sometimes coincidentally the aesthetics match, right? Sometimes it's a good match aesthetically for my tarot deck and oracle deck. But more often than not, I don't go for the aesthetic match. I go for the energy match. And I think these two will, the Roots and Wings is very grounding energy. And Greenwood is very earth-centered energy. All right. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So those were my February favorites, and not, things that I tried to, and the decks that I tried to build a relationship with and failed. Now that I look at them, I think it's just time to let them go. So they're going to go. They're going to be looking for a new home. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.